Shalom and Baruchim Aba'im, which means in Hebrew, blessed are the arriving, especially my friends back to the tea table. Ever have one of those moments that you inadvertently see something that you weren't looking for and it jumps out at you and speaks to your spirit, like a colorful sunset or a crystal clear sky filled with stars or anything that triggers your spirit to be thankful for being alive and that God is in control? Well, it happened to me the other day when I was looking at Norma's computer, and I noticed she had a screensaver quote by Augustine. And the quote said, "God is not a deceiver, that he should offer to help us and support us, and then when we lean upon him, should slip away from us." It brings to my remembrance Psalms 54, verse 4. It says, "Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is the one who sustains my soul." And again in Psalms 94, verse 17, "If the Lord had not been my helper, my soul would quickly have gone down into death." I'm so thankful that not only is God good, but he is faithful to 1,000 generations and so intimately involved in my life. But when he said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you," he actually meant every word of it. It causes me to stretch my imagination as to what it means to never leave or forsake anything. As humans, I believe we tend to leave things as soon as we grow tired of them or lose interest in them. It would seem if we are not entertained by something, then it holds no interest to us. You know, the word forsake means, according to in Carter Dictionary, to withdraw companionship, protection, or support. And according to Bing, it means to renounce or turn away from entirely. So what did God actually say? Well, he said, "I will never withdraw companionship, protection, or support from you, nor will I ever renounce or turn away from you entirely." Well, I don't know about you, but that is quite a promise. And only God has the ability and power to keep that promise. After all, he is not a man that he should ever lie to us. Listen to these other promises made by the Lord himself. In 1 Kings 8:57, "May the Lord our God be with us, as he was with our fathers. May he not leave us or forsake us." Hebrews 13:5, which is a familiar one, also confirms that when he tells us, "Keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you." Last one, in Deuteronomy 31, verse 8, "The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged." Why am I so thankful? Because when God said he would never forsake me and would be my helper, it was an unconditional promise, meaning it had nothing to do with my behavior or performance or based upon what I did or said. Well, what does that mean? It means that when I'm going through tough times of doubt or feelings of being alone or self-imposed thoughts of rejection and failure, he is still there. It's nice when you can feel his presence. We're not to live by feelings, although we can't deny that we have them. But what happens when you can't feel his presence and you are walking in that valley of the shadow of death season in your life? Well, the truth be told, he is still there and just a prayer away. Now, of course, this also means that there are times that I take the Lord into situations or places that he would rather not be, or subject him to words or thoughts he would rather not hear. You see, my friends, there is a price that we have to pay for an unconditional promise of the Lord. This is why Paul tells us in Acts 24:16 This is what he says. Because of this belief, I always do my best to have a clear conscience in the sight of God and people. Well, you know, that word conscience, according to Bing, means the inner sense of what is right or wrong in one's conduct or motives, impelling one toward right action. So let's go back to Augustine's incredible statement when he said, God is not a deceiver or one who misleads by false appearance or statement, that he should offer to help and support us, and then, when we lean upon him, should slip away from us. What did Augustine actually tell us? Well, with your permission, I'm taking the liberty of paraphrasing it, but he said that God is not one who would mislead us with words when he said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, and will always be there when you need me or just want to talk. I will be more than just a listening ear and a presence, but I will be there for every need that you will ever have, and I have the authority and the power to accomplish that. And when you do come to me at any time, at any place, and for any reason, I won't be busy doing something else or put you on hold when you call. I will give you 100% of my undivided attention. I desire to help you more than you oftentimes desire to be helped. And the advice and help that I provide is exactly what you need for the situation. Even if you lean on me before you make any decisions, I will lead you and guide you to exactly what needs to be done, because I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. I told that to my prophet Jeremiah, and I'm telling that to each and every one of you right now. You know, knowing that, my friends, we are truly a blessed people because we have such a wonderful, loving, caring God. And with that, I leave you with this. Yehi vadikicha Adonai yishmareka, Ye'er Adonai panavileka v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panavileka v'yasimleka shalom. The Lord bless you and protect you. The Lord cause the light of his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his attention to you and give to you his shalom, his peace. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next week at the tea table.